Surging Sparks, man, it's got me changing my mind all the time. I did like a 180, so flippity floppity when it comes to this new upcoming set. There's a few reasons. I was actually really planning not to go into Surging Sparks at all. Maybe buying the ETB if I was going to do anything with this set, just one ETB, maybe not even the Pokemon Center ETB, because you know it's much more expensive of an investment. If I get in a little lower with a normal ETB, non-Pokemon Center stamped, you still get the cool Magneton promo, but without the price tag. So if you price yourself into the market a little less, it's easier to make a profit or have more appreciation on top if you go all in with the Pokemon stamped ETB. Especially because like, I'll show you guys. It started off pretty rough, right? Actually, it started off okay. So Surging Sparks is made out of two Japanese sets, Paradise Dragona and Supercharged Breaker, I believe it's called. So those two Japanese sets make up Surging Sparks. Supercharged Breaker is coming out in a few days on the 15th, and then we'll have the full release sometime in November. I can't really remember, but it started off alright with some questionable things, like two of the, or at least one of the biggest chase cards, the Latias right here. Pretty cool. It's like a sunset sort of vibe. I wouldn't say the artwork is 100% up my alley, but I can see this as a pretty incredible chase card. Like if someone pulls it, they're going to be reacting pretty big to it. This is probably high on many people's lists. And then we have the Latios. And it's not as rare, but actually the artwork, I like the artwork better than the much more rare Latias. But they are supposed to be one picture, and the weird part comes in where it's like they have different textures because Latias has the more rare texture. But Latios, it's just the normal texture. I like the lighting, I like the composition much better, but they're both pretty much piecing together one picture, and I think that's pretty neat, except the textures don't match. So right off the bat, I'm like, what is this chase combo right now? Like, will people want both of these cards? And it's not gonna match as well, you know? I wish they really fixed that. So we're starting off strong with Paradise Dragona, Dragon's Paradise, you know? So people are anticipating some really cool dragons. And at this point, I was still like, yeah, I might get a booster box. I might go in a little bit. I might get excited about this new set from Scarlet Violet. And then, lo and behold, we get this. Or at least, like, I don't know which order it came in, but I do kind of remember seeing these two first. This might have been announced prior, actually, but I saw this later, after the Latios and Latias. And by the way, there's still that one card where Latios and Latias are forming a love thing, and I feel like, yes, these two are pretty popular Pokemon, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's a little bit overdone for now. There's a whole lot of other Latias, especially promos and cool cards of Latias already. And it's not like there's a shortage of dragons in Pokemon. There's no shortage of dragon types in Pokemon. But they're reusing Latios and Latias, and this is arguably, but probably for most people, less hype than that heart-shaped Latios and Latias, right? But not only that, you got dragon in the name of that first half of Surging Sparks set. But why did we get... I get it. This form of Executor is technically a dragon type. Okay, I'll give that to you. But did you really have to take this one? I guess this is where the Paradise part of Paradise Dragona comes in. But I still feel like the top frickin' super art rare chase card with the rainbow borders should not have gone to Alolan Executor. Like, please. It's a goofy card. The colors are amazing though. But I don't know why they keep pushing Executor and Alolan Executor. It's like they just want their fans to want it. Not only that, but there's a lot of like those Apple line of Pokemon evolutions in the first set in the Paradise Dragona, and they've been pushing those Apple and whatever Apple Dragon type Pokemon a lot. None of these are what I would think of when I first think of Dragon. Dragonite is pretty overdone, but if you're gonna have Dragon in the name of a set, you better also cover those overdone dragons, right? So at that point I was like, oh no. I don't think I'm going in on this set at all. And I see some little things like Skarmory. I prefer Skarmory over, I believe, the top chase cards from what we can see from Paradise Dragona. Because Skarmory looks amazing. And it's been a while since I don't even remember the last time we had a good Skarmory card. Is this like the first Skarmory full art or art rare? Like, I can't even remember. But yeah, Latios and Latias keeping it alive for me. This thing just kind of blew me out of the water in a bad way. Like it kind of chased me away a little bit. Like it's not the worst thing. Come on, load up. But it's not it for a dragon set. At least dragon is in the name. You would hope there's freaking cooler, heavier hitting dragons than Alolan Executor and the Apple Pokemon line. No one, and I swear, no one except for, I guess, maybe some kids, they'll like that. I do like this Execute gym sort of tennis ball thing going on. Yeah, but Skarmory is definitely one of the heavier hitter cards for me. But that's not even close to the chase card. And then we got little snippets of like the Alolan Duck Trio. This is Chinese, so I'm not sure if it's for sure gonna be... Oh, it's revealed in Supercharged Breaker. Right, oh, October 18th, not 15th, my bad. It's whatever, a lot of people do not like this. I don't mind it. If I pulled this card, I wouldn't be too mad at it. I enjoy it, it's funny. I don't know what the hate is with this card. But that's gonna be in the Supercharged Breaker, not the Paradise Dragona. And then we get more trickles of the Supercharged Breaker, and things started to go up for me at this point. It was still like not super redeemable. Like, this is the top dragon card from the dragon set. But Paradise Dragona, a bit of a letdown, although there's still some cool chase cards. Like, you can't deny that people love Latios and Latias, myself included. It's just they're a little overdone. But when Feebas came out, okay, when I saw this card, I was truly digging it. I love water types, and showing Feebas in this realistic setting, amazing. This is amazing artwork. I would love to pull this card. Feebas, and like the Feebas line is a little bit underrated, I believe, but I always had a soft spot of this line in my heart, because I remember when Atchus Pikachu went up against a Milotic for a gym battle, I believe. And ever since then, whenever I fight a Milotic, I always take out my Pikachu, or at least my electric type, to take care of that. But definitely two of the cards I want to be chasing, and I want to pull from the Surging Sparks Master Set, because this thing is connected. Feebas evolves into Milotic out of the water, literally. I don't think it's connected just super flush. I think you have to move it a little bit, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the custom art stuff that people who have really good art skills can do to these connected cards. It's super amazing. Yeah, so Milotic is one of my favorite, and so is Feebas. I love dumb fish turn into big dragon type sort of thing, like Magikarp with Gyarados, and this is basically Magikarp Gyarados V2. So I saw that and I got really hyped. It wasn't enough for me though, not even close. But then came the Pikachus, okay? And it became a little closer. Like, this is the top chase card in the whole master set of Surging Sparks. Paradise Dragona included. This is from Supercharged Breaker. See, we need a better dragon for Paradise Dragona, okay? They got the world famous electric mouse in the electric set, Supercharged Breaker. And they got the Magneton promo. We need the first set to have stepped up. And it didn't really step up. Unless there's some things I don't know about. But this Pikachu is carrying hard. Even the SR is carrying hard. Like, I would love to have this. Even the EX. My wife actually said she liked the EX better than the SR. And I tend to agree, but I mean, an EX is an EX these days, right? I wouldn't be sad getting it though. And I'm sure it's super good playing in a tournament. Although I don't play the TCG, I just collect. And now I'm really starting to think. At this point, I believe I already made the decision when I saw this amazing illustration to pick up the ETB. I wasn't sure whether to pick up the Pokemon Center one or the normal one. I think I explained earlier in this video to just get the normal one over the Pokemon Center because, you know, there's better sets later on and you get priced into the Surging Sparks market a little lower, so you can have more room to appreciate way easier. At the end of the day, the whole ETB box is more important than just the stamp, right? You'd rather still have that box, stamp included or not. And I love the design. This is probably my favorite, in my opinion, the best ETB box design that has ever come out. Because it is the electric mouse itself, okay? The one and only Pikachu. And the colors, yellow, purple, they made it go so well together. This probably looks way better in person. And Pikachu's donning the crown, the stellar crown. A lot of people don't like it. This is one of the points of contention. Like, stop with the crown, stop with the Terrasto or Terraform, whatever thing. Like, just give us normal Pokemon without crowns and stuff. And I tend to agree. Like, I don't care about that. Why didn't they give Latios and Latias a crown? But the point is, like, for me, Pikachu's kind of the king of Pokemon, right? So a crown is actually fitting. Even if you don't know about terraforms and stuff like that and why there's a crown, stellar crown, you can still appreciate this. This is like a universal thing. Like, people wouldn't question it. They wouldn't be like, why does Pikachu have a crown? What do you mean? It's because Pikachu is the king mouse, okay? The electric type Pokemon in Surging Sparks. This works so well. You have to pick this up. I feel like this is a no-brainer. Like, get this and either rip it open yourself, use the container as a container for the future, or just leave it sealed, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to leave this sealed long term. So this Pikachu is amazing to me. The top chase card revealed, the rainbow borders is super crazy. And yeah, I'm thinking of picking up a ETB for sure at this point, and just look at the amazing Magneton. The Magneton promo that you get, of course you get the Pokemon Center stamp if you get the Pokemon Center ETB, but the ETB, normal ETB, you still get this without the Pokemon Center stamp, and it's incredible. This is, this is, I believe, the same illustrator as the Giratina illustration, and we all know how the Giratina went. It went crazy, although not a promo. Now, what really changed, what really made me go from just getting a normal ETB to going a little bit more all-in-ish with the budget that I have, and how or why I would recommend most people to pick up anything they can of this set, is the Ceruledge. I woke up like yesterday, I think, And I went on Poke Beach and boom. Look at this thing, man. You can't tell me this is not a beautiful card. If I pull this card, I win. It is just an art rare, okay? Just an illustration rare. That's it. So it's not even gonna be the top chase card, except for me, this is probably it. And this is like a 9th gen Pokemon, so I'm not even familiar. I just know it evolves from this little guy, and you could evolve it into a Amarouge, which I'm not a fan of, or a Ceruledge. So the Ceruledge, it's like not a Pokemon that most Pokemon trainers know about these days. Like, a lot of people are coming back because of the 151 set. So they wouldn't know about all these new Pokemon, but anyone with eyes and anyone with a little bit of art background or appreciation of art, if you can appreciate art, you know just by looking at this that it's a work of art. And it's not even in person. In person with the full hollow foil, it's gonna look absolutely bonkers. I am gonna scream if I ever pull this card. If I don't pull this card, I'm thinking of trading for it or just getting it straight off. And I never even played a game where I interacted with Ceruledge, but this is not like one of those Apple Pokemon, or, I mean, this is not, people will not be flocking to this. Like, there are harder Pokemon to love right off the bat, and Ceruledge, it just looks so aesthetic, and the colors, they did so well. So I saw this and I'm like, wow. Surging Sparks second half, Supercharged Breaker is really pulling in all the punches. Paradise Dragona is poo-poo, aside from a few choice cards, but man, even this card, you don't even need the full art. This is really cool too. But the full art is something else. You just can't look at that and be like, no, I hate it. Even if you don't even know the Pokemon. It just looks so freaking amazing. You want to get to know this Pokemon. I saw this Pokemon and I searched up where it's from, and it's from Scarlet and Violet's the most current game, I believe, and it makes me want to play it. It makes me want to like catch this guy and evolve it. But apparently you need a lot to evolve. This is super cool. So this changed my whole demeanor. So basically now I'm going in on the ETB for sure. I'm not like 100% sure I'm not going for a Pokemon Center ETB. I'm like 90% sure I'm just getting the normal one. And then I'm also going in for a booster box of Surging Sparks. And I'm probably opening up the booster box and leaving the Elite Trainer box sealed long term. Let me know what your plans are after seeing more and more of Surging Sparks second set trickle in, the Supercharged Breaker. And let me know your plans, if it's anything similar to mine. If you haven't formed your own plans, I would, and if you're looking for my recommendation, I would highly suggest grabbing anything you can of this set, because now it is starting to become extremely stacked. And we're not even done yet. We did get a cool dragon type, okay? And I know it's not part of the, actually I don't know for sure. Okay, yeah, so it's in the Supercharged Breaker, which is really weird. Why Hydreigon, okay, was not in the frickin' Paradise Dragona. It is one of the hype dragons of all time, the new gen hype dragons. But this card, the SAR, is incredible. It's going to be a special illustration rare, I believe. I mean, it's pretty much confirmed if it's the SAR in Japan set. And it's in space. It's got the crown, which not everyone's a fan of, but it adds nice colors. It matches the rainbow borders. This is one of the, I believe, best design choices. It's a little hit or miss, but most design choices are with people, but I believe this is one of the better ones. With the rainbow borders and the rainbow crown, it works so well. And it works really well on this card. It looks absolutely breathtaking. It's got that SAR or SIR texture to it. It looks like it's gonna have. The EX is pretty nice too. It's all terrestrialized, however you say it, terraformed. I don't know. But the SIR, the SAR is something else. If I got this card, I wouldn't be mad at all as well. But it's so funny that I'd rather have the AR. I mean, if I get this, I could sell it or trade it for maybe this one, and maybe the Skarmory, maybe a Latios. Probably not the Latias. We'll see, I guess. I might just keep this one if I'm talking like I'm gonna pull any of these. I'm probably just gonna pull like freaking Alolan Dugtrio, and that's it. But this is amazing. So this was revealed just now. I just found this out, and it's quite incredible. I love it. This is making it even more attractive. So now I'm confirming my stance on Surging Sparks. And there's more. So there's nothing new, but just confirmations of and what exactly the English looks like. There's Alicia's Appeal as well. These are confirmed English cards from Dragona. So that's pretty cool, and that's my stance. Now, here's the argument, or here's some food for thought if you're thinking of like, because it's not released yet, and the holidays are coming up, and you're not sure what to do, and there might be better prices on Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown is the current set still, right, of Scarlet Violet. There's pros and cons to not getting this set, not getting Surging Sparks, not getting into it at all, and just continuing with Stellar Crown. I wouldn't recommend it, but if we wanted to take a look, like there's some cool A specs. This tree is amazing, and these are all really, I heard they're really good for the card game. There's also the Hyper Rares, the Terrapagos, and Area Zero Underdepth is super hyped as a card. But this is where the magic happens, right? This is a smaller sized set in general, much smaller, so you get to probably pull more, you have a better pulling experience, I believe, than what you're gonna get with Surging Sparks, because Surging Sparks is massive. It's pretty darn massive now. However, there's some classics in this, okay, in Stellar Crown. Do not sleep on Stellar Crown. What I would recommend is go, or what I'm doing personally, right? I would only recommend it if I'm doing it personally. Go harder on Surging Sparks. And if you see cheaper Stellar Crown, get some. Definitely open it, okay? But we're getting to the point where you should probably just buy singles of Stellar Crown. Like I would be so happy to get this Bulbasaur and the Squirtle. And once I get that, I'll just get a Obsidian Flames ETB. If you get like a Stellar Crown booster box, you probably get at least one of these two, but you might get unlucky and get none. In that case, you know, buy the single. And if you get one of them, buy the other single, and then buy an Obsidian Flames ETB with the Charmander promo in it. The Lydian. It's incredible. If I got this card, if I pulled this card, I'd be so happy. I love Lydian. And it's like a freaking glow bug. What is it called? Firefly. Glow bug. It's such a cool concept. The night. It's such vibes, you know. Just look at this card, appreciate the art, listen to some Joji in the background. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. The Laleep. I never choose Laleep for the fossil, but this is a cool concept card. Laleep is like kind of a pet in the aquarium. The aquarium's too small for it. I think it's overstocked, but that's another conversation. Like, do not sleep on Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown is amazing. The Metatite, that's awesome. Amazing artwork all around. The Jotik, I love this Jotik. I would love to pull this Jotik. It's so cool. And my wife actually pulled the Zorora, this exact card for me. We didn't get it on camera. The one time I decided not to be filming. The Gulpin, I love this card. It's so amazing. And the Lapras, come on. Classic Lapras. The trainer cards are pretty cool too, like Briar is crazy. Galvantula is amazing, and of course the Top Chase Terrapagos in the special art rare, a special illustration rare, the crystal, different colored rainbow crystals with the Stellar Crown, and then the rainbow border, super hype. I really like how they did that. That's one of the best ideas, in my opinion. Yeah, and also the rainbow ear. So cool. I will love this card as well. So there's a lot of heavy hitters here. So don't sleep on Stellar Crown, but my recommendation still stands. I'm still gonna do exactly what I'm set out to do. Try to get some Thanksgiving, I'm in Canada, so Thanksgiving weekend discounts and maybe Black Friday. Yeah, I just don't know how globally, or like how, at least in Canada, how much people want this set. And so I don't want it to sell out. So I don't want to wait all the way to Black Friday for like subpar deals probably. So it's best to just like lock in. I'm probably doing the pre-order this weekend with or without a little bit of a discount from Thanksgiving weekend. This is a holiday set, so it's pretty obvious this is a holiday set. They are hyping up the mascot. They're using the big guns. Okay, the first set, in summary, not so great. The second part of Surging Sparks, incredible. Okay, that carries over it carries the whole set, and the Latios and Latias are carrying kind of hard the first half of the Surging Sparks as well. I guess if you're on a tight budget like me, try to at least pick up an Elite Trainer box of Surging Sparks. And if you can, buy singles, buy the booster bundle. Now that they have that booster bundle, look out for, I don't really know what the Surging Sparks is going to come with, but look out for just deals on Costco and Walmart. I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but they'll probably have deals. It's a holiday set, you know, everyone's trying to get some for their kids. And yeah, good luck out there. I hope this helped you decide what's going to be happening with Surging Sparks. There's a lot of people being like, Surging Sparks is crap. And then there's a lot of people being like, Surging Sparks is the next freaking Evolving Skies. I don't think these things. I never do, because you can't really realistically, they're just doing it for the hype, you know, so that's pretty much what that is. Hopefully this is a more sensible video for you to truly try to decide for yourself like how hard you want to go into Surging Sparks. I don't think I hyped it up that much. There's like pros and cons, and I myself, I still have some reservations over this set, okay? So I'm not even going all in, but I can't not admit there are some crazy cards in here. So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully it give you some food for thought, and I will see you guys later.